welcome back to the channel. So for today's video I'm going to be finally filming vlog 3 of my surgery update. It's literally been over a year since I had my surgery. A full year. I just don't know where that year has gone. It's gone so quick. I was going to do the video at sort of like 3 to 6 months post-op, but I wasn't healed. I had a little bit of delayed healing and I wanted to wait until it had been a year so then we could review sort of like the scarring and stuff like that, because I know that is like the main thing that you all want to know. As well, I just want to quickly mention that I did do a vlog 1 where I spoke about where I'm going, my surgeon and the cost and everything like that. And I also did a vlog 2 which was the day of surgery and then a couple of days after. I will link both of those videos down below so you can go and check those videos out if you want to. But yeah, this video I'm just going to talk about sort of like the surgery, the day after the surgery, the drains, when I got those removed, how I was feeling, when I could go back to work, and if I had any issues, any complications. I'm also going to insert some pictures of like what my boobs look like when I had the surgery, sort of like the day after. I'm going to try and see if I can put a picture in of what the scarring looked like, because I went back to the hospital after a week and they took like the dressings. Oh my god, I've never seen anything so scary in my whole entire life. Everyone seems to think I've had an implant. I get literally so many messages on Instagram. So just to clarify that, I didn't have an implant, I had a reduction and an uplift. Instead of doing like a vlog 3, I'm just going to do a Q&A because I seem to get shitloads of questions on a daily basis. So I think instead of doing a vlog 3 and just talking you through the process, the healing and everything like that, I'm just going to do a Q&A because I was going to do a separate video where I was going to do a Q&A, but instead of just doing 2 videos, I may as well just do 1 video. I don't know why I just didn't think of that before I started filming this video, but whatever. So this is going to be a Q&A. I'm going to talk through everything. I'm going to start from the beginning, go through all the questions again, and then go through the day of surgery, and then I'm going to go through the aftermath. I'm going to put pictures in and answer everything. So hopefully this video covers every single question that you've got. It might be a long one, so I do apologise about that. I've got a lot of questions to get through because I did ask on Instagram a little while ago actually, because this video has been very long overdue and I've only just got around to actually filming it. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on because I feel like I'm just going off on a tangent. So let me just load up the questions before we get started. I've got like all of these to get through, so it is going to be a long one. Just bear with me. Questions are probably going to be all over the place because I haven't categorised them, obviously, because I'm not prepared to film this video. So the first question that I got asked was the triple P's, which is price, pain and point of having done, which I think that means the reason for the surgery. So I paid £6,000, I think it was 5,995. It has gone up now, so I think it's about £6,500 now to get the surgery, but honestly it is so worth it. Another question I do get asked, do you actually offer finance options? I did pay in full for mine, so I'm not really sure on too much detail about the finance, but I know it is interest free. I think you can do 6 months, 12 months and 24 months. The pain after the surgery, honestly I wasn't in any pain at all. When I initially woke up I just felt very swollen, and underneath where they make the incision, which goes like a T-cut, that was a little bit stingy. But in regards to pain, no pain whatsoever, just a lot of sickness. I felt very sick, but I think that was the anaesthetic. The point of me having the surgery was the fact that my boobs were bigger than my head. I literally couldn't do anything that I wanted to, so I couldn't really run, I didn't really enjoy exercise purely for the fact that my boobs would just get in the way. Couldn't wear anything that I wanted to, couldn't get any nice bikinis really, couldn't wear cute tops, couldn't wear anything basically. Just really self-conscious of my boobs. So yeah, I just felt like I really needed them done. They was way too big for my figure. I've always been like a size 6 or an 8, and then I've just got these gigantic boobs on my chest and it just made my body look so out of proportion. Doesn't help that my ass is flat as a fucking ironing board either, so yeah, that is also another reason why I got it done. As well, I was getting quite a lot of back pain, but I thought that was gonna be the boobs were the problem, but since I've had them smaller I still have a little bit of back pain. I think I've just got bad posture. Those are pretty much all the reasons I got the surgery. The next question is what doctor and where are you having it done? So I went to Palmar Cosmetics. They have surgeries all around the UK, I think. The one that I went to was Newton Willows. That is the hospital where they actually carry out the treatment. My surgeon was Dr. Prasad. He is the most popular surgeon. I know people that have already been with Dr. Prasad and they've got amazing results. He does reduction, uplift, and he does implants as well. The reason I went with Dr. Prasad is because I knew people that had been to him already, so I knew that the results were going to be what I wanted. The next question is, how did you know what size you wanted to go down to? So you don't actually get to choose the size that you want to go down to. I think I was an F or a G beforehand. I thought I was an E, but I don't think I was now that I've had them done. I'm a double D to an E cup now, so you don't actually get to choose that. So I remember on the day of the surgery the nurse came in and we was chatting and I said I wanted to go down to like a C or a D cup. Even the surgeon on the consultation as well, see what I mean about my memory, it's just ridiculous. Surgeon will advise you based on your weight and your height, your body shape and stuff like that. He'll do what's proportionate to your body. So even though I am still a double D E cup, my boobs are a lot smaller than what they were before, and they fit my body so well. So even though they are still quite a big size, they're so much more proportional to my body. The reason that you can't go so small in one sort of like sitting, it's just because the amount of blood that you will lose. Obviously it's a big shock to your body as well. So the next question again is how you decided to go so small. So I don't think they're small, but yeah, you don't get to choose basically. How did you find the right surgeon to go with? Like I briefly touched on in the previous answer, I just chose Dr. Prasad based on recommendations. I did have a few consultations with different places. I don't want to name any just because I don't want to name any. I just didn't feel comfortable with them. I just felt like some places are quite pushy and I just didn't feel right. But when I went for my consultation with Dr. Prasad at Pall Mall, I just felt so comfortable, and you just know in your head like this is the place that I want to go to. So after my first consultation, I booked in straight away. The next question is, do I want any other surgery after this? Weirdly enough, I did think about going in again for revision surgery, which just means taking a little bit more fat out of my boobs than has already been taken, just because sometimes I do feel like they are still quite big. The recovery time, I booked a week off work. I had the surgery I think on, I want to say it was a Friday, but honestly I felt fine after the surgery. After it had been about 3 or 4 days, I did start going on walks and stuff. It didn't feel right until I had the drains out. Oh no, I had the surgery on a Monday. I tell a complete lie because I remember having the drains out on the Wednesday. But as soon as I had the drains out, I just felt like it was a relief. My body just felt normal. I just felt like I could do everything. Obviously you can't exercise or anything like that, but I was going for like short walks because you don't want to strain yourself, so you just need a lot of rest. I didn't actually eat for like 3 days after my surgery either, because you just feel so sick from the anesthetic that you don't want to eat. So I was so skinny. The next question is, do I have any regrets? Absolutely not. This was the best decision I have ever made in my whole entire life. I will insert a picture of my boobs before. I can't insert anything too like revealing obviously. I will insert a picture of what my boobs look like after I'd had the surgery. This was like the day after, the morning after. If you don't like blood, look away because I'm going to put the picture on now. We're just so high up, so firm and stuck to my chest. It does really look like I've got implants, but I didn't. And obviously over time they do like drop and they do form like a natural looking breast, so they don't stay like that. Obviously they look really far apart on that photo, but they don't look like anything like that now. Somebody asked if they can grow back. To be honest, I did ask this in my consultation, and I think he did say that no, they don't grow back. Obviously if you do put weight on and stuff like that, weight is going to go onto your boobs naturally. But yeah, no, mine are completely fine. Nothing's grown back. But I was scared about having children just in case they did grow back when I was pregnant, but the doctor reassured me that that is not the case. I don't think that can happen. When can you start doing things again? So the downtime, they do recommend a week to 2 weeks. Obviously it just depends on each individual person, but for me it was a week. You can't drive for a week after your surgery. Exercise and stuff like that, you have to wait 6 weeks because your boobs are so swollen. What is the aftercare process? Once you've had your boobs done, obviously you've got dressings on, you've got drains in, depending on obviously like how much is being taken. You can shower until you've had your dressings taken off, which is usually about a week. So I was just having sit down baths. I was trying my hardest not to get the bandages wet because it can delay the healing. I think I actually did get the bandages wet at some point because I can't remember which side it was, but one of them was delayed healing. Are there any side effects? Apart from like feeling sick, feeling tired, no, I wouldn't say that there's any side effects. You just need to make sure that you get a lot of rest. How long do they take to heal? So initially I had them done, I went for a 1 week checkup. They took the bandages off. I'll insert a picture of what the scarring looked like. I was traumatized. I didn't even want to look at them. I felt sick. It was horrible. I just couldn't imagine how they was ever going to get better and how they was ever going to look normal. But obviously it is a trust the process. So because of the delayed healing that I had that I briefly mentioned, I did have to get dressings put back on after that. So I had the dressings on for 2 to 3 weeks I think in total, and then I was able to take them off. You've just got to continue wearing your post-op bra. I'd probably say that my scarring started to look normal when it did get to sort of like the 6-month mark. Some days I'll wake up and my scarring's it's barely visible, and then other days it can be quite red or it can be purpley some days, but The anchor scar going down is literally fine. I don't feel like you can tell. Obviously there is scar tissue around my nipple as well, which you can't really tell. It's only the scar underneath that is like reddy purpley. That will fade in time. It has only been 12 months. It is a very long process. You have got to be patient. You can't expect them to be perfect overnight. The swelling fully went down, I'd probably say, after about 6 months. Has the coronavirus affected your operation? So yeah, it did affect my operation massively. I originally booked in, I think it was in February last year for April. I was going into lockdown and stuff like that. I wasn't able to go ahead with the operation. The hospital did have to shut. So my operation got cancelled. It got moved to, I think, May, because we was only meant to be in a lockdown for 2 weeks. We obviously was not in a lockdown for 2 weeks. So my surgery got moved to May, and then it got cancelled again. It got moved to June, which is when I actually had the surgery. So I had the surgery at the beginning of June. So it was only delayed for 2 months, which is amazing. The hospital was allowed to reopen and carry out procedures, but there was a lot of stick around that, whether it was allowed, and obviously it's cosmetic procedures. It's just for vanity, basically. So there was a lot of stick around whether the hospital was allowed to open, but luckily it was. My camera's flashing at me. I'm really not happy about this, to be honest. So the next question is, how is the scarring now? Scarring is just a perfectly straight, neat line. So I think it's not even that big of a deal anyway. It's barely noticeable. How did you feel when you woke up? I felt really, really sick and tired. I was just lay there for a couple of hours. I was dozing in and out of sleep. When I eventually was able to stand up, I threw up. I threw up. You've got to sleep on your back for 6 weeks while they heal as well, which I also found quite difficult because I literally lie on my side and curl up in a ball, and then I wonder why my posture is so bad. Just gotta lie there like dead stiff. So that was quite difficult. That is one thing that I found really, really difficult. Are you happy with the results? I'm literally over the moon with the results, if you didn't know already. I could not be happier. I'm so glad that I went through with the surgery. So if you are thinking about having it done, I would 110% recommend it. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and recommend that people get surgery, but if it is something that is affecting you, I would definitely recommend if you are already thinking about it. Would you have any more surgery in the future? Probably. I didn't actually mind like being put to sleep. It was quite scary because when you get taken down to the theatre, it's just this massive white room with like just like what you see on a movie. Oh god, it is just really scary, but you've just got to lie there and you've got all these lights around you, and then you just get a little cannula in your hand, and then like a gas mask thing on your face. They just tell you to count down from 10, and boom, got to about 7, and that's all I can remember. There's not really any surgery that I want to get, to be honest, but I wouldn't say no to having surgery again if there was ever anything that was bothering me that much that I wanted to get surgery. Were the results better than you thought? To be honest, yeah. I thought after they'd healed that they'll just go back to how they was before. I don't need to wear a bra, which is something that I'm so grateful for, because I could never wear anything without having to wear a bra, and that was the most frustrating thing ever. So yeah, I'm over the moon with the results. They're so in proportion to my body, and I'm just so happy with them. How long are you not allowed to wet your scars while they're healing? So as soon as you've had your dressings taken off, you can get your scars wet. You've got to be really careful with them because obviously you've got stitching in there, which does dissolve on its own. I did have a few odd stitches that didn't actually dissolve. I'm so sorry if the lighting or anything's changed. The camera literally died, so we decided to go for a walk while I charged the camera, but I'm back, so I do apologise if the lighting's changed or anything like that, because I know that can be quite frustrating. This is not what I needed today. I literally had about 10 videos to film because I'm going on holiday on Wednesday, so I wanted to do a haul, show you everything that I got from a holiday. This is not relevant to this video at all. Just in case you was asked, I wanted to show you what I got from a holiday. I wanted to do a pack with me. I wanted to film a video where Charlie rates my outfits, and it's literally 6:20 and the football's at 8. And I know that Charlie's not going to want to film. Anyway, enough of this. I'm just going off on a tangent again, but can't really remember what question I was up to. Maybe it will re-jog my memory when I get to it. Any advice on healing? Did you apply anything? So I'm not gonna lie, I have not really done anything. I heard a lot of people say to use bio oil, so I have got some, but I literally never use it. I've barely used it. It's a very rare occasion that I do that, so to be fair, like from personal experience, I don't think you need to do anything. I think just let them heal naturally. That's just my personal advice. I do not think that you need to do anything. Maybe if I use the bio oil religiously, then the scarring might be a little bit more, what word should I use? Maybe they'd be a little less visible, but I don't know, because I don't know. Are you happy with the shape and size now that they're all healed? I do have days where I do think that they're a little bit too big, but like I mentioned earlier, I wouldn't want them to be too small. I'm definitely happy with the shape and size. The shape is perfect. They look very, very natural. I don't think anyone can tell that I've had them done, to be honest. People who know me personally know, obviously I've had them done because they're so used to me with big boobs, and now I've got still big boobs, but not that big of boobs. So no, I'm really happy with the size. I'm really happy with the shape. I wouldn't change anything. You cut your nipple off and reshape it to fit with your new boob, and I love my nipples. It's probably one of my favourite things about it. While we're on the topic of nipples, I've actually lost sensation in my right nipple. I can't feel anything in that nipple. If you touch it, I can't feel anything, but my right one is absolutely fine. I can still feel that. Breastfeeding, I think you can do, but I don't think I'll be able to do it out of this nipple. It'd have to be this one, but I don't think I'm going to breastfeed anyway. How long were you in the hospital for? My admission time was 9 o'clock in the morning, so I got there, I think you have to get there a little bit earlier. I got there I think at 7 maybe, 8 o'clock maybe. They just check you in, they take you to your room, and then they talk you through your day and stuff like that, and then it's just a waiting game from there. So I think I went down to theatre, it was about 3 o'clock. Surgeon was just finishing up with another patient when I was there, so I had a little bit of time to panic basically, because I feel like it was just such, I'd never really sat down and actually thought about it, so I was just a little bit taken back by that. So the surgeon came in and marked me up, and I could feel myself going really hot, and I could feel myself like I couldn't stand up straight, and I was like, I feel really sick. But the nurse just kicked in all of a sudden, and yeah, it was a hell of a long time to be sat there thinking about what was going to happen, but I just tried to keep myself busy. I had my phone with me and everything like that, so and there's like a little telly in the room as well, so you're not just sat there like doing nothing. I was asked about the drains, so I don't think every single person does have these. It does just depend on how much blood you are going to lose. So I had drains, I had one on each side. They were so uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it felt impossible to sleep with them in, because you have to sleep on your back, but you need to prop them up so that the blood can flow through properly. So you've got like 2 tubes. You would have seen on the picture, but I'll reinsert the picture here so you can see what the drains look like. I did touch on them as well in my day of surgery video. I did speak about the drains then. I showed you how to empty them and stuff like that, but they were literally only on for 48 hours. I went back to the hospital, they removed them. The removal was fine. Didn't even feel that they'd been removed. So yeah, they're not really anything to worry about. They are just a little bit uncomfortable, and it can be quite frustrating when you're trying to go to the toilet and stuff, and you've just got to carry around a bag and 2 drains. It's not the best, but you don't go anywhere anyway for anyone to see them. So down to the last few questions now. I feel like this video has been so long. I'm hoping that I've touched on everything. I have been back through my DMs and just took a few more questions out that people have asked that have not asked on the Instagram story. Would you recommend Palmol Cosmetics? I absolutely 100% would recommend Palmol Cosmetics. This video is a no-in ad. Palmol have not asked me to do this or anything like that, but I would recommend them so much. My coordinator was so lovely. So many people have gone to Palmol since I had my surgery, or like off recommendations in my previous video. So I wish this video was sponsored, and I wish I was working with Palmol in this video, but unfortunately I'm not. So a lot of the time people message me on Instagram, I do just respond with voice notes, because I hate typing and it's such a long-winded thing to explain. But I'm just going to quickly go through some of the questions. So one thing I've not actually mentioned, the weirdest feeling is when you get in the shower after you've had all your dressings removed, stand up, they just feel like they're going to fall off. Like, I can't really explain the feeling. If you've had surgery on your boobs, you'll probably understand the feeling, but even my friends that have had implants, they say the same. They just feel like they're gonna fall off, like they don't feel real. It's so bizarre. It's so hard to explain how they feel. A lot of people have asked like how I feel after the surgery, and to be quite honest, I don't even have to think twice about buying something. I used to have to like order things in loads of different sizes, see which one fit better. Nothing ever fit properly because it'd be too big for my back, or it'd be too small on my boobs, or it'd be too big on my boobs, and nothing would ever fit. Couldn't really wear any nice dresses because I was just so out of proportion. I felt so uncomfortable, and now I don't even have to think twice about it. I used to feel like everyone used to stare at me as well, which does make you feel really uncomfortable. Someone else also asked if I would consider going to Turkey to have any surgery. To be quite honest, before I did book in with Pall Mall, I was actually looking at going to Turkey, but there are so many horror stories, and the only thing that attracted me to go there really was the price. Honestly, I would not recommend anyone go there. I've spoke to quite a few girls who've had surgery there and they would not recommend it. They've had a really, really bad experience. They've been left with awful botched jobs. It's so much worth just paying a little bit extra and getting it done in the UK by somebody who is a reputable surgeon. Another thing that I want to speak about as well is going through the NHS. That is a very, very long-winded process. They will only do it in extreme circumstances. I think the waiting list is about 3 years anyway to get a reduction on the NHS. I personally never spoke to my doctor about getting it done on the NHS because for me, as much as it was causing me pain, it was more for vanity reasons, and I really don't agree with that. Might be a controversial topic, so I don't really want to get onto it, but I really don't agree with surgery on the NHS if it is for cosmetic reasons. If it is for vanity, I just don't agree with it. But yeah, I think that is literally it. This is probably going to be the last video that I do on my surgery, so if you do have any other questions, anything that I've not covered in this video, you can either leave a comment, or if you don't want to comment, you can drop me a DM on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to help you and answer any questions that you do have. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, smash a big thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.